Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with my favorite Bach box. Yes, I have a favorite Bach box. Actually, I have a couple favorite Bach boxes, but we're talking about part one, vocal works, because you have to separate them. You can't smush them all together. And I'm not talking about jumbo, huge, complete Bach edition things. I'm talking about something manageable. Well, reasonably manageable. And it's this one. It's the great choral masterpieces. It's on Philips, or it was. I guess now it's on Decca if it exists. Featuring the Staatskapelle Dresden under Peter Schreier. Doesn't get enough credit, this guy. It's fabulous because in those days, these were sort of East German recordings. And, they were sort of, everyone in the West was doing them too. So maybe that was part of it. But I have to say, I made the great mistake of doing a video called My Bach Problem, where I talk about how there's quite a bit of Bach, which is not entirely interesting to me, and he's not my favorite composer and all that stuff, which caused hysteria in the opposite direction. The outcome of this was that although there's a lot of Bach that I really like and enjoy listening to, I got the either you hate Bach, because if he's not your favorite, then he must be, Satan incarnate, which of course is ridiculous. Or, oh, you poor dear soul. Maybe there's a treatment. I should be in a clinic, or something. There's like something mentally defective about me because I don't agree with people who think that Bach is the god of music, which I don't agree with at all. But hey, it was really interesting to see what the reactions were. So I thought it would be nice, and this was sort of fun too, for all of you folks to jump in on and participate, to tell me what your favorite Bach box is. And vocal music, let's be clear. And let me talk a little bit about this one. Why do I love it? First of all, it features the Staatskapelle Dresden. Yay! Which is like the most fabulous German orchestra out there, period. And it always was. Then you've got the Leipzig Radio Choir, which is just an astoundingly fine chorus. Amazing. That was, I believe that was Herbert Kegel's group, that he trained them. I think he was one of those. And then the RAIS Kammerchor, which is another one of those unbelievably fabulous choirs. I mean, you're never going to hear better choral singing than you do here. And choral singing really matters in these pieces. And then you have an absolutely fabulous collection of soloists. Let me tell you what you get, first of all. You get the Christmas Oratorio. You get the St. John and St. Matthew Passions. You get the Magnificat. You get the B minor Mass, which they call it Missa Symbolum Nicenum, the Credo Mass, but it doesn't matter. It's the B minor Mass. And then you get the four Missa Brevi, which he filched and stuck at other things or used other things to make those. But they're lovely to have. So it's a very nice collection of really all the major Bach sacred choral music that's not a cantata. Or almost all of it. You don't get the Ascension Oratorio and some of those other things. But yes, it's wonderful. Now, the soloists. The soloists. Amazing. Lucia Popp, Helen Donat, Arlene Auger, Barbara Bonney, Andrea Ile, Roberta Alexander, Mariana Lipovshek, Birgit Remmert, Anne Murray, Peter Schreier himself is also conducting. He sings and conducts. He dances around. Let's see, Eberhard Buchner, Theo Adam, Robert Hall, Olaf Baer, and Anton Scharinger, and others. It says here, yes, you get the others. There's also the Kammer Orchestra CPE Bach. They play some of this stuff too. But the bottom line, the only thing that he could have put in here, to tell you the truth, that would have made it like the Bach choral music set of my ultimate dreams would have been the motets, because the motets are just glorious and fabulous, and they didn't make it into this particular collection. But it has everything going for it. Wonderful soloists, amazing orchestra, the best choral singing in the universe, fabulous sound from the East German engineers back in those days. Those VEB Deutsche Schallplatten things. Remember those people? They made gorgeous sounding recordings in East Germany. They were among the best people in the Eastern Bloc, quite frankly, when it came to sonics. All of those gorgeous Denon co-productions and things, often with this orchestra and the Berlin Classics recordings that were all done by those engineers, and they are absolutely first class. So there is not a weak link here anywhere. There really isn't. And when I feel like listening to Bach choral works, which I confess I do now and then, I do, not so much the Passions, but the Magnificat and the B minor Mass and the Christmas Oratorio and those things. I mean, I love those. I as soon as not, reach for this particular set because I just think it's amazing. Now, I know that you will have your own sets, and this is a question of boxes. We all talk about boxes. So I would like to know that when it comes to vocal music, what is your favorite Bach box and why? Not at ridiculous length, if you comment. I mean, a pithy paragraph will do just fine. But I'm very curious to know what you think as well and what your choices are. There's you're never going to have too many of these suckers. I mean, I have like all the major ones. I have, Richter and Munchinger and Gardner and, everybody, basically. And Leonhardt and Harnoncourt and the Netherlands Bach group. And, I've got so many versions of this stuff. And when you have so many of them, I think sometimes it's very helpful to settle down and ask, what is your personal reference, not what is the objective, state of the universe reference, which we've been talking about quite frequently lately. So I look forward to seeing your choices for your favorite Bach vocal music box of Bach. Should be a lot of fun. Oh, yes, and there's Mildred, who feels... There we go. Say hello, Mildred. Okay. Maybe not. She's tired. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks so much for joining me, and I can't wait to hear what your picks are. Take care.